So, I've got my work back from uni now. I'm going to give you a rundown through all the ones I've got. This is Battersea. How I did this one was just, I had a load of leftover paint, and with it, I did it. All the paint's made myself. That is it. That's Battersea. I did it, and I thought it looked like Battersea Power Station, so that is it. That's it, that's that one. Hey, now we're getting on to the good stuff. This is the jungle, street jungle. I got to this one because I'd focused so much on doing like really detailed stuff, and I decided I just needed to have a break from that. So there was no reason this turned out the way it did. It was just happened. In my head, it's like these are your power lines, your earthing, your sun. God, it's just, I just enjoyed painting this one. It doesn't mean anything. You can be whatever you want it to be. It's like, for me, it was just fun. This is one of my favourite little ones. You can see it there. It's kind of construction worker vibe, steels, and it was just playing around with colour, greens and reds really. I just want to see what they worked like together, because I heard a saying, and it was like, red and green should never be seen. So I was like, well, I want to see it. And that's sight for you. That's sight, probably experience from doing carpentry, sight work. I learned a lot from this painting. These were colours that I kind of had always used, and finally thought, I'm just going to mix my own colours, because I'd for so long just been using pure pigment, and that was good to kind of gauge what different colours there are out there as pure colour. But this time, this here is a pure pigment, this green and this yellow. So I didn't dive far from it. Oh, and this grey and this buff. Anyways, so I did use pure pigment, but I'm just rambling here. These are the sort of colours that I grew up with, the light blues, the light yellows, the light pinks, and I really like the dark green with it all. But it's not my favourite. I'm not enjoying it anymore. I think I might revisit it. Yeah. I've called this one Southwest. I used a lot of leftover paint again and just spread it. This is why I quite like making my own paint, because it gives me enough to allow us to just not care about how much I'm going to be using, because it's affordable to make my own paint. But this, I just spread it along, spread it down, kind of just going with feeling rather than, it was guesswork really, until I kind of just saw something in it. And I didn't put this checkered flag in it for a while. I just left it as this, and I like the raw canvas background. But it did need something to weigh it over this side. So the checkered flags kind of came in, and it just reminded me of being at the beach. And you've got the beach here, the sea, obviously, steps down to the beach potentially, a pier, and then your checkered flags. St. Pauli Pools. Basically, I went to the gym this morning and it's knackered me out, and I had a lot of sugar yesterday and that's made me crash. Anyways, this is St. Paul's. This was, again, leftover paint, smearing it on, creating a shape, then giving it a backdrop of slate grey to make it kind of look like maybe a building, a construction. I just wanted to make it feel like concrete. painted this side red because this was actually just going to be some empty space. And for a while I thought it was finished until I wanted to put some scaffolding throughout it. And I really like it, and I really like, this is green earth, this green, and it goes really well against red. There's that one. It's called Separation. This is my favourite so far. More myself in this one. This is an evolution of the last one, which was the like viaduct in the sky. And this was actually going to be a different painting. It was going to be just this lady stood up, but this is why I kind of enjoy painting at the moment, because you just got to allow the painting to talk to you and just go with it. I drew her too big and I was like, oh, how can I fit her in? So what's a small animal that you can be ridden? A pig, so I put a pig in there, and played around with all this. The hills, it's actually kind of based on Mothercombe. There's a little shack in the little valley. I did put a little farmer in here, but he's gone. That's actually going to be another painting I just remembered. Yeah, I like this one. I like her. She's staying with me for the moment. I'm going to put her up. I'm going to put her up. God. I have no idea where this was going. I think it just started off as a background, and I put two colours that looked really gross next to each other. Like it's kind of snotty. And then again, working with greens and reds, just wanted to see what would happen if I put red with green, because I'm working with greens and reds. And then this was also going to be green, and then I decided it needs to be brightened up, so I put blue in it. And it's not my favourite, but it might be finished, I'm not sure yet. Well, to be fair, I need to just do a bit of buff white here maybe, but I feel like I'm kind of long past this one. I think this was one of the first ones I did this year, and still might change the top, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. This was another painting. There's another painting. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I apologise, I struggled through this one. I'm very tired today, but this painting is going to stay here, and the rest are they're yours. I'm going to put them on my website soon, and that's that part. The other part is to subscribe. That's your part, your duty to me. Alright, mate.